We immediately as a staff knew there were some things we were going to have to adapt or change in order to get to the next level. And so the next level for us would be for us playing for a regional championship down the line. And I don't know if that's this year's team or a team in the future, but in order to do that, we had to make some changes schematically, did some changes in the weight room, just looking at every aspect of our program and determining how do we get better, because I think that's what every coach is doing in November, December, and January in the off season, is figuring out what we can do. So we changed the offense. We looked at our line now and down the path and looked at the past 4 years, and we just haven't been very big, and we're not going to be big, and that's okay because we have tough kids who can play line and play well. But we knew that we were going to have to change the offense because which is a unique situation. We don't have a bunch of 275-pound guys that can drive block you out of a hole. We don't have those type kids. So we did a lot of research in November and December about offense that would work best for us. And because of that, we settled on something. We brought a guy who was an expert down in May and installed it for us. So we feel like this isn't going to be a one-year thing for us. This is going to be who we are for the foreseeable future. And I think it's going to give us a chance to run the ball consistently. Because the biggest problem we had is that we had a lot of explosive runs, but when we needed to run the ball consistently, we were struggling the last 3-4 years. And no fault of the kids, it's just sometimes we would probably ask them to do things. We can't be like everybody else here. We have to be different. So that's why we made that decision. But they've embraced it because they're smart. They understand that we have to be different here. We have good football players. We just don't have a lot of them. And people sometimes look at Colonial Heights like it's the most, it's not a great football program or it's a difficult job. We're an 800-student school that plays a bunch of schools that are bigger than us, and that's been the history of our school. So we're just weirdly in a weird location in the state of Virginia. In most places, a school our size would play other schools their size. We don't get that opportunity. We don't make excuses for it. If we did, we wouldn't have been successful the last 3 years. There's no crutch or reason we shouldn't be successful. But we embrace being different, and so the kids have embraced it. Now, I'm sure they would love to be in a spread offense like every high school kid was because they watch college football and the pro football, but they also are smart and they understand that we got to be different. And so they've embraced that aspect of it. And there'll be growing pains because it's new. But I'm excited about it. The coaching staff is totally on board with it. That makes it easy because a lot of times you can have, if coaches aren't buying in, then the players aren't going to buy in. All the coaches bought into it. The players have bought in. Surprisingly, it's gone better than I could have hoped, because we were honest with them. This is what we're going to do, and we're not changing. Our expectations are simple. We expect them to be good students, and we expect them to be good people, and we expect them to work hard. That's the only expectation we put on them. I can't, nor can they, control the talent of themselves or the people they go against on Friday night. What we're trying to do is maximize everything we have here, exhaust every avenue we can to try to win a football game. And some years that's going to go in your favor, and some years it may not. But what we want to create is a culture that we're going to work hard. We're not going to make excuses. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves because we have to play these schools with this football tradition. We have to play these schools that are so much bigger than us. That's what I wanted to do, is just eliminate the excuses and errors that come with that. Offensively, we had to replace like 99% of our production. But what I like is that I think we're tougher. And so that's going to pay off later in the year. I don't know how quickly it'll pay off. I think it's going to pay off early, but we'll see. But because there's going to be some growing pains with the offense, but we're tougher as a unit, and I like our conditioning. We're in the best shape that we've ever been in. We run really fast-paced practices. And we're in the best shape that we've ever been in year 5 of the program. So I like those two things. Defensively, we return more starters. Same scheme that we've always run, and I think we put a really huge emphasis on tackling. 2 years ago, we were a pretty good defense. We had 11 guys on the field who could tackle. Last year, we didn't feel like we had 11 guys on the field who could tackle, so we put an emphasis. We told the kids we work tackling every single day, and that will be like that until our season ends. And so I'm interested to see how we tackle tomorrow. But we want 11 guys on the field who can tackle. That's number one. If they run the ball and they can tackle, we got a chance to be a decent defense. And the reason why we put in a new offense is so we can play less defense, because the best defense is less defense.